Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Today we're going to be making one of our favorite. It is musubi, and we eat these as snacks. We also eat them for dinner time, and then what we do is have a salad with them. They're so delicious. I'm going to show you. And I didn't used to have the whole thing, but I decided, I'm going to buy the whole thing because I like plates with names on them. I love gadgets in the kitchen, so I did it. So we have 1 can of Spam, which I should show you first. And we're doing another Spam one this week because Spam is delicious. We got a good sale going on in our store. Plus, I just thought we could feature more things. This is my beautiful Spam slicer. Normally, I'm the Spam slicer. So you just put your Spam on like that. You dry my hands a little bit. And, I just center it as good as I can, right there. And then all you do is come down, and it does it for you. I love it. It's like my cheese slicer. This is awesome. And if you have a little skinny piece like that, that's for the cook. Yeah, since you do all the hard work, whoever the cook is in your home. So I use my little Spam slicer thing. It's cute and cool. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do, so I'm not going to cook the whole thing. I'm just going to cook half of it, because one thing about making musubi is you don't have to use it all right then and there. You can actually leave it and come back the next day or a couple days later and you'd be just fine. Okay, so with the musubi, what we're going to do is I'm going to explain all the different components. So we have our Spam, then we're going to have our Nori rolls, or seaweed, basically. I use this one. It's absolutely fantastic. I've used the organic one. It's fine and dandy. But so far, all the sheets I've used, this is my organic. It tastes very good, but this is my favorite. So I would say if you can find this one, go to an Asian market or international market. That's great. Use that. Okay, and I also use my fried onions, and this is my seasoning, and you'll see, I'll show you how to put it in. Okay, this is cool too. This is my musubi press, and I'll show you how to use that in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and start my pan, and I'm going to do a hot pot, and I'm going to drop it down as low as I can go, 140, because it's going to cook well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 pieces of Spam per roll. So I need 2 more. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side. Okay, so I made some white rice, and it was 1.5 cups of rice and 2 cups of water. So this is the rice I'm using, and it's a good one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the sauce for my wonderful Spam. Boy, this, when you make musubi, it takes the it takes the salty out of the Spam, because you have the rice, and then you're going to also use this sauce. Okay, so we're going to go 2. And I'm not going to lie, I cheated. We had some for lunch today. So I already have my cup here. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of regular soy. And if you have not had this, I encourage you to try this. This is an absolute delicious, just like little lunch, little treat. Okay. Ooh, we just made it. 2 tablespoons, equal parts. So that was mirin. Let me just show you, that's mirin. That's regular soy sauce. Now we're going to have some sweet soy. And we're going to do equal parts, 2 tablespoons. And then we're going to just mix it together and let it sit. And wait for our Spam to cook. As soon as our Spam is cooked, we're going to marinate that Spam in this wonderful sauce. Okay. It's going to be delicious. When we go to Hawaii, this is one of the first ways I started eating like fish. They cooked it. It was not raw, but it was very slightly cooked. I think it was tuna the first time and salmon the second time. That's how I started eating it, and it is this way. This is very popular in Hawaii. So I'm just cleaning my counter up. Just going to give a little bit of a mix here. And I'm going to go ahead and put my pan up to 212 now that my Spam's in. Okay. And remember, try a little taste so you see what you're... It's absolutely fantastic. The sweet soy, the soy in the mirin gives it such a great taste. Okay, so our sauce is ready. Now I want to explain the last thing. This is our Nori sheets. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in the oven after my Spam is cooked. The texture side has to be up. So you put all your texture sides up. You can cut this however thick you want it to go around your Spam. I'll show you all that, but we're going to go ahead and get our Spam cooked. As soon as our Spam is cooked, then what we're going to do is we're going to come back, we're going to marinate together. We're going to pop the seaweed in the oven, and we're going to look at our rice. We'll be back. Welcome back. Okay, Spam is done. So I'm going to keep it going for just a second. I just wanted to show you how we got our sheets. Sheet comes just like that, our seaweed sheet. You can do it this size, you can do it smaller. I have one that's just a little bit smaller because sometimes it just depends if you want the whole wrap around it or if you just want a half a wrap. So many different ways to do it. It's just awesome. And like I said, it's an awesome snack. It's inexpensive. It's delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven for a few minutes. My oven's on 350. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the Spam close to me because I'm going to turn my burner off in just a second. These are done. Do it to your doneness. We like our Spam cooked like this. That's the way my hubby prefers it. I'm bad. I could eat Spam, not even cooked. I'm that bad. But I do cook my Spam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting a little bit on this first side, my wonderful sauce. You hear that little sizzle? That's because my pan's still on. I'm going to turn it off in just a second though because our Spam is done. So now it's off. Just going to make sure this side, all of the Spam is coated on this side. And then what I'm going to do is pour underneath, and then I'm just going to start flipping it until it's time to use the Spam. This is going to just marinate it delicious. And I make 2 tablespoons of each, so 2, 4, 6 tablespoons. Makes a nice amount of sauce. I don't need any more sauce than this because it's going to be perfect. There's no sense for extra because I don't want to saturate my rice. So we'll be fine. So what I'm going to do is just let this sit here like this. And I'm just going to keep continuing to flip it until we use it. And every once in a while, if I think it needs to do something else, I turn my pan back on for a minute. But it's going to soak in and get all nice and saturated. It's going to be delicious. Excuse me. Excellent little snack. Okay. So, our seaweed just has to warm for just a minute. And I'll just let it warm and then we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I'm just opening my seasonings here. This is my beautiful 2 seasonings I use for my Musubi. Okay, so you know guys, I always tell you I'm an overstuffer, so I have a little measuring cup, just like when I make empanadas. I wet my board and I wet my press, and I'm going to place my seaweed was in for just a very short time. All you're doing is basically warming it. That's all you're doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn everything this way so you can see. So I'm going to take my mold and I'm going to put it right in the middle. A little bit more to this side, just so when I wrap, everything is good. Okay, I'm going to start with 2 pieces of Spam. I do 2 pieces of Spam. I don't do 1. Sometimes I do 1 if I don't have enough for everybody. I'll do 1. Or if I'm feeling the mood. But normally I do 2. Then I take a 1/3 cup of rice, and you can just measure it. But I'm trying to be more specific because I really am one of those that is an overstuffer. So I go ahead and I push my rice down. Nice and firm. Beautiful. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to put my seasonings on. Seasonings however much you like. Like my husband likes his heavily seasoned. Like me, it doesn't matter to me. I can have a little, I can have a lot. Doesn't matter. But I'm going to show you what I do. Oh, I'm going to show you this one first because this is my rice seasoning. That's about how much I put in. And like I said, you'll know it's your taste buds, how you like it, how your family likes it, because everybody's different. Some people like a lot of seasoning, some people don't. And these are our crunchy fried onions, like on the sushi rolls that they put. So that's delicious. Now I'm going to take one more piece of Spam. I'm going to get this one. Oh, see, the Spam is totally marinated in the sauce. It's just delicious. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just give a smash. And then what I'm going to do is you take your mold out just like that. See how beautiful? Just like that. Then what I do is I take my spoon and go to the bottom of the pan and I put a little bit of the sauce just like that on each side. Then I just take it, and there's no wrong way to do it. Just do it firm. That's all you gotta do is do it firm. And then what you do is I just always give it an extra little look. Make sure everything's fine. Looks fantastic. And I set them down as I roll. Let's get another one done. I'm just gonna wipe my board a little bit. And I do this with each and every one. I just take a little bit of water, put it down, get a piece of Spam, just move my mold down just a little bit. I'm going to get a 1/3 cup of rice, and I'm just showing you guys because you can put more rice too. If you like more rice, put more rice. I just try to give everybody a starting point because when I'm looking at something, I'm learning how to do the starting point. So that's why I just show you, and I just press it nice and firm. Be real firm with it. More seasoning. And like I said, if you put a lot of seasoning, all you're doing is getting more flavor. And these onions, they give you a actual crunch. We're gonna do another one. All nice and marinated, the Spam. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to pull it out. Just like that. I'm gonna get my spoon. So easy to make. Okay. Just like that. Roll it nice and tight. And because you put that extra little stick, it's good. Okay, one more time, clean the board. I feel the water helps me much more than anything helps me. A little bit on my, and I started out with that water too. Now this is the one I'm going to make because I'm going to try this one. Okay, so we're going to put our mold down. Get our Spam. Okay. Press firm. Okay, here we go. And you can get this at any Asian store. There's many multiple kinds, flavors and everything like that. You get to experiment, and you and your family get to try and see which ones you guys like the best. That's something I like when me and my family are trying different things. Okay, what we're going to do, press. Oops, my hands are wet. There you go. Just dry your hands for a minute. What we're going to do is take and put some goodness sauce right there. Take this off. Looks beautiful. Roll it. Just make sure it's tight, guys. That's all you got to do. Excellent. And then I just look at my rolls because I want my rolls to be perfect. We all do in the kitchen, but that's something that you'll get better with time. So don't worry about it if it doesn't look quite the right. My friend Kristen, this is something good to make with your Spam too, if you like these kinds of flavors and so forth. I'm going to try this. I'm going to give this a bite. Super delicious. You can even make your seaweed rolls the length of it. I don't want them that way. I like them a little bit shorter. But absolutely delicious. You can taste the crunch of the onion. Has crunch from our seasoning. Absolutely excellent. I'm going to try just one little bite here. And I really do like that Nori. It's absolutely really good. If I pronounced anything wrong, guys out there, I'm sorry. Did my very best, but I love to eat this dish. So if you like the content, if you please like, share, and subscribe, I'd be most grateful. And look at these beautiful little snack rolls.